Hi everyone. So here's what I'm doing today. I am going to make deviled eggs. And I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but by making deviled eggs, you got yourself a high protein snack, side dish. You can not even make the deviled egg or mash it all up. I know, is my hair cute? I just got out of the shower. Mash it all up and actually have an egg salad. And I don't know if you saw my video on the buns that I made, but those buns are great. They weren't buns, they were like hot dog buns. But those buns are great if you want to make an egg salad sandwich out of them. Turn them into a little bun. That bread was so good and didn't upset my stomach and didn't fall apart. I will be using that bread more often. So I'm just giving you a heads up, that's what I'm going to be doing. But anyway, deviled eggs. I make mine, which is kind of different. Look at all these. It's green. Can you see? They're green. These are called Easter egg chickens. I get these from people who raise their chickens on the farm. And these particular eggs, they're from what's called an Easter egg chicken, which is a chicken that lays different colored eggs. Yes, different colored eggs. But here's the thing. If you can see their ear, the inside of the ear is the color the egg they will lay. We used to raise them on the farm when we lived there, and it was so much fun because you never knew which color. I had a turquoise. We also had a more bluer color, a little browner with a little pink in it. They do all these different color chicken or eggs. And the first time my son saw them, I don't know if you can see this one. This one's not quite green. Can you see? Maybe you can. Let me get it closer. See, that's more bluish green. This one's more browner. My son, for the first time, I cracked one of them and was making just some eggs. And he walks over and goes, "Oh, wow, it looks just like a regular egg." I said, "What were you expecting?" And he goes, "I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be blue or green like the color of the egg." He was younger at the time, but still, gotta admit that's funny. So anyway, I got to get a couple more eggs. I thought I had enough. Just give me a minute. I got some more in my fridge. Right now, I like to put my eggs in first and then bring the water to a boil. I know many people do their eggs differently. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 eggs here. And that should be enough. It's just me and the hubby. So realistically, that should be enough. And if you notice, I'm using a very small pan. And I got 7 eggs. So I'm just going to add my water, and then I'm going to put them on my stove. So give me a sec here. Can you see they're in the water? And now I'm just going to put them on my stove here, and I'm going to boil them up. Now, with eggs, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but with deviled eggs, the ones that float, I think, are older, and the ones that sink to the bottom are newer eggs. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you crack them, I'll show you how I do mine. Usually I don't have no problems cracking and getting all the shells off because my eggs sit in my fridge for quite a while. But if you do crack them, it can be a pain. And anyway, what I was going to say is I don't start timing my eggs till this water is a rolling boil. And once it's rolling, then I give it about anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. I probably go 10. And I just watch it while it's boiling, and then I immediately take it off and throw it directly into cold water, and I just keep the water flowing, and then I'll take ice and dump more ice in it so that it really gets cold. And if you do that right away, you don't have as many problems with getting your shells off. But I'll be back to show you how I do my deviled eggs when they're ready. And I'll probably show you how I try to get the shells off. So anyway, I'm back. And my eggs are done. They've boiled for 10 minutes. They're steaming. So now I'm going to move you so you can see how I do this. So I'm moving you by my sink. Now, can you see? I think I got to move you a little more. There. See how it's steaming? I'm going to turn this on cold. And I'm going to let it just run cold for, I don't know, let me move this, till I feel the pan, and the pan is cold. Now hang on 1 second, I'm going to get my ice. So you can see I got a bunch of ice, you see here? Now I'm letting this go so that my pan gets cold. I can touch the pan, and she's cool to the touch. So now I'm going to shut off the water, and I'm just going to I'm just taking ice and throwing it directly in here. And I'm going to dump this in there, and I'm going to show you what I've got here. So hang on one sec. There. Can you see? It's all ice. And that's what I'm doing. And after that, I'm going to let it sit probably for about, 15, 20 minutes or more. And then I will come back and I will show you how I crack them and make my egg salad. Everybody, I am back. My eggs have been sitting for about a half hour in the cold. And now I'm going to show you how I do it. I just grab a paper towel and I'm going to get a bowl. Just a regular bowl. Oh, God, my hair sheds terribly. There, get all that out of here. This is how I do it, literally. I just take my paper towel, crack each side, and then I just roll it back and forth like this. And you can see how it's all cracked, right? And I literally peel it right here on my paper towel, on this section here. And this is probably the longest part of doing these, is peeling it. But the way I roll it, it kind of comes off pretty easy. You can see. Sometimes they just roll right off. And you can see, there you go. That one's done pretty quick. And same with the next one. Each side, crack it, get it real good, and then I just tap it, roll it back and forth, and now I can see how she's cracked. Now look at this egg. Look at how bluish green she looks. And you see how easy she's coming off? Look, can you see the difference between the two? Can you see? This one's white, this is bluish green. They all taste the same. It's not gonna matter. I think the Easter egg chickens are fun, personally. But that's just me. I dug my fingernail in that. I don't like that. That's the one bad part sometimes about having long nails. And you can see, there's two done. Nice, right? I'm going to finish doing these and then I'll be back. So now I'm ready to start the deviled eggs. So here they are, all peeled, washed, all the fun stuff. And now I'm going to start it, and this is how I do it. I know it's probably kind of different, but I get my bowl and I have a plate and I just slice them right down the center. I try to be real careful and try to have a really good sharp knife. And then I just gently, and you can see they got cooked real good. And now I'm just going to take the centers out. Super easy. You know how easy this is. Sometimes I use my knife. And this is how I do it. You can see I got a plate, I got a bowl, and I'm just going to cut these down the center. And this one kind of got a little messed up. You can see. It's not like I care. It's just as long as they're good. And this one kind of broke, which is fine. I will still use it. Some are a little bit of a pain than others. How it goes. And you can see this one's being a little bit of a pain. Doesn't want to come out. It's being a pain. Those are finally getting a little. Oh, I broke a whole hole through it. It was pretty thin. I'll see if I use it or not. This side was a little better. No, she really stuck, this one. So I'll debate if I use it or not. If not, no big deal. Look at how this one cooked. That's just how it cooked. When it came out fine in the egg shell. And it's going to be fine. I'm going to finish these. I'll hop back on when we're ready to mix it. So I got all the egg yolks out. You can see here's my platter of the shells, or the whichever, it's not even a shell. And now I got a fork, and I'm just going to mash these up. And I know a lot of people do these differently, and you can. That's what's so versatile about a deviled egg. So now I'm going to add my mayonnaise, and I don't measure any of this. I just grab a spoon, throw a few dollops in it. This will be probably 3. You can see I'm not measuring. I get some mustard, because you need a little bit of that tang. Mine gets separated. I gotta shake it up. I didn't put much. Can you see? Not much. Now I'm going to mix this a bit so I can just see. Oh, it's looking pretty good. And here's where I change it. I'm going to put pickle juice in it. I have dill pickle. I'm going to add some pickle juice. Probably a tablespoon. It's probably like a teaspoon of mustard and then a tablespoon of pickle juice. You can see. And now, this, I got my cutting board here. I can grab it. And I'm going to take this pickle and I'm going to chop it up. And you can see it's just a little dill. I'm probably going to put this whole pickle in there. I just kind of sliced it down the center. I'm just kind of chopping it. Too concerned about how it comes across, because I am going to chop it more with my blender. Hair out of my face. That's one, and I think I'm going to add another pickle. Here's the little one again. My air fryer is going. I'm making lunch for my husband. Let me put you on a pause here and see where his French fries are. So, here's what my stuff looks like. Now, oh, I don't know how I did this. I'm going to take my little immersion blender and chop some pickles. I know it's loud, but see, it worked good. The part about this is it comes apart. Now, here's how I do it. That's all it was. You can see that, right? 2 pickles. Can you see how it's all mixed? You can see the pickles a little bit. And you can see I'm putting it in my zip. Like I've said before, if you ain't making a mess, you aren't cooking. Now you may be wondering why I'm putting it in a Ziploc bag. And some of you might already know. Excuse me. One of my scraper. I'm going to get this all scraped down. And like I said, you can do whatever you want once you hard boil an egg. This is my favorite. To be honest with you, this is the eat hard boiled eggs. I'm not a hard boiled egg fan. Covered in it. Good. Do you see this? You see how I got this going? Now I'm going to cut the tip off. And now we got a piping bag. There you go. Oop, and it's already coming out. Now you can pipe it. Look how easy that is. And you can see how much I've got. Did you see how fast that was? Now I piped them. And look how much I have left over. Making these, there's leftover. Look how much. Good. And they're done. That's how easy. Now I'm going to take a little smoke. She's open. And I'm going to sprinkle this on. And voila. And now these are going to have a great tang. You're going to have that little bit of dill. If you want, you don't have to use the dill. Vinegar or a little vinegar or more mustard. You can put pimentos in this. You can do olive. Realistically, you can make deviled eggs any way you want. This is how I make it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one. And there we go. There's the plate. Doesn't that look good? I think it does. Now, the deviled egg. So good. Best way to get your protein in. And they sat and marinated during the day. So that turned out really well. And now the rib. I gotta get a knife. And the rib. You guys gotta try this. Best way to have a dinner. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it's not set up the usual way. But I kind of ran out of time and had to get it all done. So there we go. One more look at the plate. And there you go. There's the dinner, and it's fantastic.